Joy, will you call a roll, please?
Hallie?
Yes.
Hammes?
Yes.
Silvers?
Yes.
Boyer?
Yes.
Revelinsky?
Yes.
Rasmussen?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
So we have a swearing-in ceremony this evening, and with our new police officer, Jason Kalupa. Jason, if you'll come to the front. Stand here. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
Jason Kalupa,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all duties of police officer
discharge all duties as police officer
in the city of Fairfield,
in the city of Fairfield,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now or hereafter required by law.
Congratulations.
Gotta go to work.
Okay. Do we have any changes to the agenda this evening?
Yes, I have a renewal of a liquor license. It just didn't make it on the agenda. It's just a renewal of the Quality Quick Stop.
Okay. Okay, so our consent agenda includes the minutes of the February 27th, 2012 meeting, liquor license approvals for the Hideaway, which is a renewal, Revelations, a renewal, Quality Quick Stop, renewal, Shokai, that's a Sunday license apparently, and America Inn Motel, which is a new license. Approval of claims in the amount of $696,567.33. A resolution to hire in the Parks Department Levi Amrine. Resolution for hiring in the Fire and Planning Department Scott Vaughn. Approval of the citywide garage sale, which will be held on May 19th in the public parking lot at Washington and Court. And authorization for the city clerk to sign farm credit services. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
So moved by Hamilton, second by Rasmussen. Any questions? Okay, please call the roll.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Rasmussen?
Yes.
Hallie?
Yes.
Revelinsky?
Yes.
Hammes?
Yes.
Silvers?
Yes, with the, I will abstain on the hiring of the fire chief due to my husband's affiliation.
And Boyer.
Yes. So I don't believe there are any appearances tonight. So we will move on to resolution, action items, and ordinances. And we have a couple bids that we need to take action on. The first one is Phase 2 T-hanger bids. Let's see if I can get the right one up here. Jeff, do you want to
Sure.
talk about that at all?
You can see, I think, in your documents were enclosed the bid list, and I believe there were 5 bidders and a couple alternatives, and then including a recommendation from our engineers at the airport, Crawford, Murphy, and Tilley, recommending the J&L Construction bid, J&L Construction out of Washington, Iowa, for $75,984.75. And I should say that this is Phase 2 of the T-hangers. Phase 1 is just finished up. This is the last phase of the T-hanger replacement program, so Phase 2 will be it.
Move for approval.
Second.
Okay, a motion by John Revelinsky, a second by Hamilton. Are there any questions? Please call the roll, Joy.
Revelinsky?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Silvers?
Yes.
Hallie?
Yes.
Rasmussen?
Yes.
Hammes?
Yes.
Boyer?
Yes. Okay, the next bid has to do with the sewer slip lining. Jeff, anything you want to say on that one?
Sure. Again, you should have had in your electronic packet a memo from me showing that there were 3 bidders. The low bidder for the slip lining program for the footage described in the memo is from Municipal Pipe and Tool out of Hudson, Iowa, and that bid is for $86,079.25, and that is included in the budget, and it is under the budget amount, or it's within the budget confines would be a better way of saying that. There's more than one thing in that line item, and obviously Daryl and I, from a staff perspective, recommend approval.
Move for approval of Municipal Pipe and Tool from Hudson, Iowa as the low bidder.
Okay, motion from Hamilton,
Second.
second from Silvers. Question?
Could someone explain what slip lining is?
Sure.
Go ahead if you want to. That's
Okay.
fine.
It's where a existing sewer line is salvageable by placing it's like a fiberglass lining that's blown down through it, and then they add steam heat to it to harden up the surface on the inside so that you can salvage what is there rather than digging everything out and replacing it all new, which is a far costlier measure. These locations were identified through the televising that was done previously, and this is part of a program that we're going to continue to do ongoing, as well as replacement of sewer pipe that just isn't salvageable any longer.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Please call a roll.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Silvers,
Yes.
Revelinsky,
Yes.
Hallie,
Yes.
Hamas,
Yes.
Rasmussen,
Yes.
Boyer.
Yes. We need to set a public hearing for the D Street paving on April 9th at 7 o'clock. Somebody
Move to approve.
moved by Hamilton,
Second.
second by Silvers. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Set a public hearing for the Kirkwood paving, also on April 9th at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Moved by Revelinsky.
Second.
Second by Hamilton. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, set a public hearing for South Main Sewer on April 9th at 7 p.m.
Move to approve.
Moved by Hamilton.
Second.
Second by Hallie. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, we also need to set a public hearing for the nuisance abatement on March 26th at 7 p.m.
Move to approve.
Moved by Hamilton,
Second.
second by Silvers. Any questions regarding that?
Could we have a refresh or specifics on that nuisance abatement? Is that the usual?
That's the annual in advance of putting it on the taxes.
Right.
So we'll be providing you with a list of all that like we've done in the past. This is just to approve the process to move it forward.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, we've got the third and final reading for the solid waste collection fees. As you recall, that's moving the fee up to $8.25.
So moved.
Moved by Hallie,
Second.
second by Hamilton. Any questions? Please call the roll, Joy.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Hallie,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Revelinsky,
Yes.
Hamas,
Yes.
Rasmussen,
Yes.
Silvers,
Yes.
Boyer.
Yes. And we have the third and final reading of the residential curbside recycling fees. And as you recall, those are being set at $4.25.
Move to approve. Second.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Miley.
Okay. Moved by Hallie, second by Hamilton. Any other questions? Okay, please call the roll.
Hallie,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Rasmussen,
Yes.
Hamas,
Yes.
Revelinsky,
Yes.
Silvers,
Yes.
Boyer.
Yes. Okay, under the administrator and department reports, I think the chief will give our annual fire department report. Oh, do you want me to do that?
Whenever you want to, yeah, it's up to you guys. It's my fault I'm late.
Okay, we can do that.
I got 7:30 on the brain instead of 7, so that is my fault. I should have double checked.
You'll stand here and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and then state your name,
I, Kathy Bloomhagen,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all the duties of police officer
discharge all the duties of police officer
in the city of Fairfield,
in the city of Fairfield,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now or hereafter required by law.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Okay, sorry.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's go back to the fire department report.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I think you all have the copies of our annual report, this being my first one, so bear with me. As a department, obviously, we responded to 240 calls. Total dollar loss out of for the year, I did not have that on there, $246,700, and just a little under half of that was at the D Street or the depot fire. So our actual dollar loss for the year, other than that, was actually pretty low for the most part. 2,400 man hours at the scene of calls, and 468 hours of training or just having people staffed at our station that we now keep a running total with. Everyone has to sign in when they come if they're there for any amount of time. Obviously, at the end of June, we lost previous Chief Ralph Hickenbottom, and shortly thereafter, full-time driver Mike Crew. And with extra firemen the council allowed us to get last year, along with another fireman that we lost due to work-related complications, we had to replace about 20% of our fire department within the last year, and that was kind of a lengthy process before we got our fourth one. But we felt we did a good job in getting certified firefighters, saving the city some money there on certification. 3 out of the 4 were actually already certified firefighter 1, which we require as a department within the first year of being hired. And the one that wasn't has since tested, and he's awaiting his results. And the rest of the fire department has taken the test, and we are all certified. Depending on results of the test, which I think will all be positive, we will all be certified to firefighter 2 level, which is the highest level you can be as a firefighter before actually going to officer. So I think the firemen are to be commended on that, because they were not required to do that, and that just speaks well of us and, the protection we give for your city. So some of the things that happened during the year, Dexter or Apache Holdings gave us a stackable washer and dryer, a nice commercial unit that we actually just got into service here about a couple weeks ago, and doing the work in-house with our electrician that we have on the department and our construction people that we have. We saved roughly about $1,200 in doing it ourselves and getting everything up and running, and they had to move walls, drill holes for water lines, electrical, gas, and everything. So it's nice to be able to save that kind of money by using our own people. And Adopt a Firefighter we've done now for 17 years, where the volunteers take time out of their work schedule, and they'll go to the second grade schools of all the elementary schools in our city, and they teach for about 45 minutes once a month, fire prevention to the kids. And over the years, we've seen a huge benefit from that. We've had a couple of students in the 17 years actually get governor's awards for life-saving efforts that they had when they actually had fires at their house. They actually learned or practiced what we taught them, so that's nice to see. Having come in halfway through our annual for our annual budget, obviously, we start in January, whereas our fiscal year starts in July 1st. So having come in halfway through, there was no grants that we had applied for, and we haven't. I wanted to get everything and people hired and in place. In the upcoming year, we're looking at probably applying for a grant for gear, which is going to be our next big expense that we're going to need. Every 5 years, we have to switch out the gear that we use for actual structural firefighting. And next year, we'll be in that round where we're going to have to start switching that out. So we'll be applying for a grant with your okay to do that. So the department, Ralph left us with a lot of great equipment with your approval to buy a couple of years ago. We're very well equipped. Our next truck that we're looking at is probably 4 years away of having to replace. And like I said, you got a group of 19 guys that, you know, take their job very seriously, and I think they're to be commended for that. So entertain any questions any of you would have.
There's no questions. We really appreciate all the work that you're all doing and saving some city funds also. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Jeff?
Yeah, I just wanted to briefly mention, just so everybody knew, that we've approved the budget process at your level. Joy and I have got it submitted to the county, and it's also been submitted to the state. So that process is 100% done for another year.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Yay.
That's great.
The mayor's report tonight, there are some appointments. The first one is a reappointment of Bob Tree to the Civil Service Commission. To the Park and Rec Board, we've got Rhonda Whitney replacing Elaine Clausen. And on the Recreation Facilities Planning Commission, we are appointing Mark Meyer to replace Elaine Clausen, and the additions of Ron Haynes, Tammy Dunbar, and Terry Delker. So I'd entertain a motion to approve those appointments.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Hallie, second by Rasmussen. Are there any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And committee reports, personnel. Martha, do you want to?
Basically, yes, I think probably everyone received the email that Jeff sent out on behalf of personnel, kind of giving you, I guess, a format of the procedure that we're attempting to put into place. And of course, asking that you, if at all possible, plan to keep that last Saturday in April free as far as doing interviews. And I know that Jeff and Joy can confirm the fact that we are beginning to receive applicants at this time. And I guess at this point, that's about all we can report from personnel.
Okay, great. So that date is April 28th.
Yes, that's correct.
And, okay.
Martha, are we announcing the other, I'm sorry. April 28th, is that going to be, that's the second interviews, right?
Yes,
Right.
that's correct.
And there is going to be a round of first interviews that will be available for anyone who wants to join us.
Absolutely.
Right? And that date is set at April 16th from 1 to 7 p.m. And so the personnel committee has scheduled that for our duty, but anyone from the council that would be interested in joining us would certainly be welcome to be included.
Great. Thanks, John, for mentioning that. Is there anything else for this evening? Anybody has any reports? Okay. Let's,
Move to adjourn.
okay. Motion by Hamilton,
Second.
second by Hammonds. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed?
New record.